It is the universal symbol of achievement and precision. A mechanical heartbeat that ticks with perfect rhythm, ready to leave the sanctuary of Geneva.
Forged from materials harder than standard steel.
Unboxed and inspected, it awaits its first and only owner.
But before the prestige, there is only raw earth.
The journey begins deep underground, miles beneath the surface. Raw gold ore is harvested, impure and unrefined.
Platinum, denser and rarer, requires even deeper extraction.
Not just any steel, but the elements for 904L alloy. In the lab, sapphire is not mined, but grown. It takes weeks to form a single cylinder of pure crystal.
Synthetic rubies are synthesized to act as frictionless bearings.
Natural beauty is harvested from the ocean floor.
Some materials travel light years to reach the factory. Only the purest grains make the cut. Packed and secured, the elements are ready for transit.
Armored convoys navigate the Swiss terrain. The destination, Plan-les-Ouates, the fortress of gold. Security here rivals a national bank.
Tons of raw steel and gold enter the foundry. Before melting, every impurity must be purged.
They are the only watchmakers with their own private foundry.
Gold, copper, and platinum are mixed to create Everos.
The furnace roars to life, reaching thousands of degrees.
Solid metal surrenders to the heat.
Liquid luxury is poured into graphite molds. As it cools, the unique alloy structure locks in. Massive rollers compress the ingot into dense plates. Round blanks are punched from the precious sheet.
Scanning electron microscopes check for the slightest flaw.
The rough blanks are prepared for machining.
Meanwhile, rods of 904L steel enter the production line. The middle case begins with a violent impact.
Computer-controlled cutters carve the complex geometry.
Precision drilling for the bracelet attachment.
Threads are cut to ensure the hermetic seal.
Robotic arms move parts with gentle precision.
The first stage of polishing removes machining marks.
Mirrored surfaces begin to emerge.
Contrasting textures are applied to the lugs.
Sonic waves blast away microscopic dust.
A laser signature provides a unique identity, etched forever into the steel.
It begins as a fine zirconium powder, mixed with bonding agents into a paste.
High-pressure injection molding forms the initial ring, fragile and oversized. Baking at extreme temperatures shrinks the ceramic, locking in its legendary hardness.
Inside a vacuum chamber, the entire ring is coated in a cloud of platinum. Polishing strips the surface, leaving platinum only within the recessed numerals.
Diamond saws slice the synthetic sapphire boule into thin, transparent discs.
Grinding wheels bevel the edges, preparing the crystal for a watertight seal.
The magnifying Cyclops lens is fused chemically to the surface.
The movement's chassis is milled from brass with complex, multi-level geometry.
Artisan finishing, like perlage, is applied to surfaces hidden deep inside.
Electroplating coats the brass in rhodium, preventing corrosion for centuries. Tiny gears are cut with such precision that no further smoothing is required. Pivots are burnished to a mirror finish to minimize friction.
Synthetic rubies are pressed into the bridges to serve as frictionless bearings.
A microscopic drop of synthetic oil ensures the movement runs for a decade. Niobium and zirconium alloy fuses to create the paramagnetic blue hairspring.
Coiled into a perfect spiral, this spring becomes the heartbeat of the watch.
Gold microstella nuts are turned to fine-tune the inertia and accuracy.
The escapement is the gatekeeper, distributing energy in precise, metered doses.
A perpetual rotor, carved from heavy tungsten, captures every movement of the wrist.
Here, automation steps back. The final assembly is the domain of the master watchmaker.
Layer by layer, the gear train is stacked, building the transmission of time.
Bridges are lowered and secured, locking the moving parts into a single unit. With a gentle nudge, the heart begins to beat. Energy flows, and time begins.
Digital ears listen to the mechanical pulse, ensuring absolute chronometric precision.
The face of the watch begins as a humble disc of brass, stamped from a raw sheet.
Spinning at high speed, wire brushes carve the signature sunburst finish.
Electricity and chemistry unite, bonding the rich color permanently to the metal.
Soft silicon pads transfer the identity, printing text with three-dimensional depth.
Our markers are crafted from solid 18K gold to ensure they never tarnish.
A sterile hand applies chromolite, the blue glow that pierces the darkness. Each marker is micro-welded to the dial, fusing luxury with structural permanence.
The hands are stamped, chamfered, and polished until they reflect the world perfectly.
The face meets the engine. The dial is locked onto the movement.
Automated plungers press the hands, stacking them with microscopic clearance.
One final purge. Ionized air blasts away invisible dust before the case is sealed.
The movement is lowered into its fortress, the oyster case, fitting with zero tolerance.
The winding crown is inserted and screwed down, sealing the user's connection to the machine.
The oyster case is hermetically sealed against the elements. Solid links of 904L steel are hand-assembled into the bracelet. The bracelet joins the watch head with absolute zero tolerance.
First, a vacuum chamber tests for microscopic structural leaks.
Then, the submariner faces the crushing pressure of the deep.
A thermal shock test reveals even the slightest trace of moisture.
Robotic arms simulate daily wear to verify chronometric precision. Finally, the unforgiving human eye hunts for the smallest imperfection.
Protective films shield the mirror finish for its journey.
The green seal guarantees superlative chronometer performance.
The iconic green presentation box is prepared for the owner.
The guarantee card, carrying the unique serial number, is inserted.
The finished timepiece finds its temporary home on the cushion.
Ready to leave the sanctuary of Geneva.
Packed into discreet, unbranded containers to deter theft. Pallets of hidden treasure are secured for global distribution.
Under the cover of night, air freight connects to the world.
The journey ends at the authorized dealer's secure vault. Unboxed and inspected, it awaits its first and only owner. Engineering, art, and obsession. That is the cost of perfection.